This is prophecy number 4, the fourth in a series on Bible prophecy. You may want to view parts 1 through 3 before continuing, as this helps have a good foundation and understanding for prophecy in the things we'll look at here. We are continuing in Revelation chapter 13. John the Revelator is still in prophetic vision, and the revelation of Jesus Christ continues. Now for the second beast of Revelation chapter 13, the earth beast. Revelation 13, verse 11, John says, "Then I saw another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and spoke like a dragon." This second beast comes up out of the earth. We saw that water or sea represents a heavily populated area. So earth or land, the opposite of sea, is a lightly populated or sparse area. This second beast, this next nation, arose out of a relatively unpopulated area compared to Europe. According to the prophecy, this beast came up about the time that John saw the first beast going into captivity. Therefore, the earth beast arose sometime around 1798. This beast was coming up out of the earth. In the Greek, this coming up has a connotation of to climb, ascend, or spring up, even rapidly. This nation sprung up rather quickly out of a sparsely populated area. This earth beast had 2 horns like a lamb. This beast is lamb-like. A lamb is not a beast of prey, like the beasts of Daniel 7, meaning this nation did not conquer and consume other nations to get to power. Horns represent power. Notice how the horns on the earth beast do not have crowns, unlike the sea beast which had crowns. These horns without crowns are not kingly powers. They are lamb-like horns. The lamb is a symbol for Jesus Christ. This nation is Christ-like in power. It is basically a Christian nation that doesn't have a king. And we'll also see that whoever this earth beast is, it is a worldwide power, a major nation of great influence in the world. Reviewing the facts, consider the United States. Before the U.S. was founded, North America was a remote region with very little population compared to Europe. Point number 1 in the Bible shows that this earth beast came out of a sparsely populated area. John saw this nation coming up around 1798, around the time that the sea beast went into captivity. Interestingly enough, the U.S. Declaration of Independence was in 1776, the Revolutionary War ended in 1783, and the Constitution went into effect in 1798. And also by 1798, the USA received worldwide recognition as a nation. Also notice how these events sprung up rather quickly. This nation rose fast. Point 4. The U.S. did not conquer other nations to come to power. It came up out of the earth. In the U.S., there's no king in the government or a pope in the church. Its laws are Christ-like, and in general, the U.S. is a Christian nation founded on biblical principles. And no doubt, the United States is a worldwide power with much influence. The United States has the characteristics of the beast that rose out of the earth in Revelation 13. What other nation could the Bible be speaking about? The prophecy continues, and John has a lot to say about the earth beast. In verse 11, one more thing is added. This beast had 2 horns like a lamb and spoke like a dragon. This beast, despite all its glory and lamb-likeness, eventually speaks as a dragon. The nation at some point speaks like the dragon, the devil, in its laws and methodology. Notice how this nation shifts from being Christ-like to Satan-like. This beast that was beautiful, at its heart was corrupt. Christian-like on the outside, but in its heart speaks like a dragon, a wolf in sheep's clothing. Verse 12, and he, the earth beast, exercises all the authority of the first beast, the sea beast, in his presence, and causes the earth and those who dwell in it to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. This lamb-like beast speaks like the dragon with its laws and exercises all the authority of the first beast. The Bible predicts that the U.S. will exercise all the authority that the papal power had. It will become like the papacy, a combined church-state power, even up to and including persecution, as we will see. This beast causes worship. The earth beast no longer has freedom of religion, but creates a state-enforced religion. No more religious liberty, no more freedom of conscience, no more freedom to follow the leadings of the Holy Spirit or do the will of God without reproach from the government. This beast, despite all its prowess and progress, plays the fool and follows the downfall of many countless nations before it when it says, "You must worship my way." This is scary, friends. We have a nation that started out lamb-like, but in the end turns out to be playing for the opposite team and forces worship against the commandments of God. He, the earth beast, performs great signs, so that he even makes fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Through this nation, great signs, miracles, and wonders are performed. These spectacular-looking phenomena are not necessarily from God, but these signs and miracles are spiritualism and supernatural tricks from the devil, even making fire come down from heaven. A false Holy Spirit, a strange fire, sweeps through the churches and the land.